Hi, today I just want to have an informal talk about the divine masculine um, topics that is going on YouTube and how toxic they could become for anybody who's trying to work on themselves. I haven't prepared any notes in advance, and this post could go anywhere depending on where my thoughts go with this, but I have been watching a whole bunch of um, videos during the past year. Some of them tarot readings, some of them just guidances, some of them are just I would just read through the titles of videos, and every day more and more are popping up, and I know that depending on where in the process of a spiritual awakening an individual is, their openness to accept or disregard my comments or my point of view um, would be. It's just, I mean, what I mean is, if you're too early on your journey and you're still attached to a toxic situation, it will be very triggering, and it will be very hard to accept or even have an open mind towards what I'm going to say. Whereas if you have been in a toxic situation and you have been working on yourself, and you have been watching all those readings about how your masculine is feeling about you, what are they thinking, or what are they doing with their karmics, and all that drama. And if you're ready to leave that aside, or if you're treating them with a grain of salt, or if you're ready to work on yourself, then you can connect to what I'm going to say. Um, I have been in a connection that was very toxic from the beginning. Um, and as an empath, it has always been really difficult for me to set up harsh boundaries with people. That was one of the major things that I had to work on myself, to not people please, to have boundaries, to be able to say no to conditions and situations or people that are not or don't have my best interest in their heart, or um, to basically have a list, like a checklist of what I want. To me, I could never understand how some girls my age, or some of my classmates, or some of my friends always knew exactly what kind of person they wanted, always knew that if this person is not this and this, I wouldn't even look at them. To us empaths, everybody is beautiful. Everybody has something good in them worth exploring. Everybody has a potential to be a better person. And the empathic part of us wants to see that and enhance that, and help that grow, instead of protecting us against all the nastiness that truly is the bigger part of the picture. So if a person approaches me, for example, the old me, it would be that if they were 80% shitty and 20% beautiful, or even 99% ugly and 1% beautiful, I would see the beauty in them. I would always see the angel in people, even if it was a tiny bit. And I would focus on that, and I would give them a chance at friendships, at connections. I would um, give them a benefit of doubt. I would trust. I would give them the field to play. And of course, with people that don't have compassion for others, that don't have respect for others, or that they see that you don't have any boundaries, they can easily walk all over you. And it took me so many years and coming across some really valuable educational videos and books to realize that not everybody sees the world the way I do, and people don't have my best interest in their heart. People are not nice really out there. There are nice people, but the majority of the time there is a good chance that the person you come across is not going to be nice to you, and you have to have at least some boundaries or some protective measures or some standards to help yourself. Empathics have very small, controlled egos, and they are very brave and they're very kind and generous with their emotions, to the point that in a matrix of a 3D life, where everybody else is driven by their ego, the empath could easily be treated very lightly. They could be walked all over, they could be disregarded, they could be disrespected. And that is a very sad thing, but it's the truth. And what bothers me right now, after learning a hard lesson, and after, luckily, or I don't know, maybe the universe helped me come across some evidence that the connection I was in was actually toxic, something that you would think as a spiritual, something that you would think as divine, or you were fed that this connection is divine, is really toxic and it's hurting. Now that I know the truth, it's really bothering me that so many innocent souls are falling for these readings and videos of somebody else that is also stuck in believing that somebody who has harassed them, somebody who has betrayed them, somebody who has lied to them, cheated on them, disrespected them, took advantage of them, is going to be back in divine timing. Of course, people make mistakes. We all make mistakes, and there should be forgiveness in our hearts, and there should be learning from those lessons, and everybody has the opportunity to grow, and that's why we live in this world. It's to grow our souls and to become better people, but not at the cost of other people. If somebody has cheated on you with so many people, or even one more person, if they left you for somebody else, if they lie to you constantly, if there are so many secrets, if you think of this person and all you can think of is your feeling for them, but you don't know them, you don't know how they operate behind the scenes, you don't know their kind of connections with other people, you don't know how they are at home with their family, and you don't know the depth of their feelings and emotions, and all you have experienced with them was a high in, I don't know, sensual or emotional or sexual connection, then you don't know that person basically, and all you feel, and all you're holding on to is just your own feeling. If the other person has cheated, has betrayed you, has kept secrets, has moved on with somebody else, has kept you on the hook to come back and please themselves whenever they wish, even if it's just for your energy, they don't have to always come back to get into your bed. They can come back to just get the emotional support or your energy where they're not receiving it in their environment, and you giving it is you emptying your cup. If that is what's happening, then there is a very good chance that you're dealing with a narcissist. It was only until a few months ago where I came across Dr. Ramani, if that's how, if I pronounce her name right. I will leave a link to her page under my post in the description box, so you can go and check her out. She is very knowledgeable about narcissistic behavior, and the different types of narcissists and all the terminologies. She had a whole full series about all the different terminologies of narcissism. What's gaslighting? What is breadcrumbing? What is um, um, silent treatment? What is I don't know, you name it. There's so many different things that us as divine feminines have experienced with the so-called divine masculine, and their ups and downs into a connection that she explains in those videos. And I didn't know whether to be happy or sad. I didn't know whether to be thankful or to be angry that so much of all our lives, for me it was almost about a year, and so many of you are even in these connections for much longer time, that you could even be married to one of these people, or have children with them. um, it was just, I didn't know what to think of it. I didn't know if it was a blessing. I'm sure it was, um, because according to her, you will never ever get closure from a narcissist. The narcissist will always keep their prey on the hook, so they can always go back and get their fix, basically. And the prey, which is the divine feminine in this case, or the empathic energy, is chained to that relationship or that connection by one factor, and that factor is what all these YouTubers are feeding on, and that is hope. And if I leave a comment under any of their videos saying that you cannot hope for a narcissist to come back and be a changed person, I get cursed at, I get blocked, and I be called names, and it's just sad. It's just sad that somebody would be so chained up and so brainwashed into a system of a spirituality, that you wouldn't love yourself enough to at least keep an open mind to the possibility that you might be in a toxic relationship with somebody that cannot be your person. Because if you're an empathic person, if you're growing, if you can put more into yourself, if you can work on yourself, if you can be a better person each day, and your person is not doing that, they're not improving, they're still in their karma, they're still in their toxic cycles, they're still with their toxic people, and they're still in their lifestyle, that just means that person is not your mirror. They cannot be the mirror of your soul. They were just a karmic person for you to wake up and to become a better person, to work on yourself, to grow, to close your karmic cycles, to not repeat your mistakes. If you're always choosing the same type of people, the emotionally unavailable people, the people that just take from you, the people that will never give back to you, the people that will hurt you and have no compassion and have no feelings for your feelings, that have no understanding of deeper feelings, that cannot commit, people that have commitment phobias, people that are everywhere and nowhere, people that have I don't know, a person in every area code, people that take everything and anything prior to giving back to you. If you're always attracting those people or attracted to those people, then there is something wrong, right? And it took me a lot of work to understand that it all stems in our childhood. It all stems in what kind of people we were grown up with. It could be coming from our parents, it could be coming from our family members. We could have been in a toxic environment as a child, and a toxic environment can either turn you into a toxic person or into someone that is attracted to toxicity. And this is part of the karmic cycles that we have to close as a spiritual beings. Believing that the man that you're calling, or the masculine energy that you're calling your divine masculine, could be potentially a narcissistic person is not going to cross out the entire spirituality um, lessons that you have been going through from the time that you realize you are in a connection with a spiritual being. There is a very good chance that there is really someone out there for you, and they could be going through their growth as well, and they could be just waiting for you to finish your growth so you can meet, and you stuck with somebody else, with someone that you think is your divine masculine, who's screwing someone else in some other part of the city, who is putting all their energy and effort into somebody else, who is focusing on their work and their family and their toxic karmic cycles. You're waiting your life away, and you're making your true person wait or get into other toxic karmic relationships because you're not ready. If you are ready to move on, listen to this doctor's videos. Check them out. They are really helpful. They can give you a lot of information on what you've been truly dealing with, that it wasn't karmic, that it wasn't divine, sorry, that it wasn't divine, that it wasn't a spiritual, it was just your brain wanting to believe that this is true love, and all the videos that you watch encouraging you to stay stuck by telling you how the masculine is feeling right now, what are they eating right now, what are they wearing right now, what are they talking to their karmic about, are they going to divorce their karmic wife or their karmic children? Are they going to leave their family for you? Well, no. Why would they? If this person is a narcissist and you listen to these videos, you will know that the so-called karmic that this spiritual community is so hateful about, that talks about in such a hateful manner, is also another victim. And actually you should feel sorry for them. You should feel sorry for someone that is dealing with a manipulative, betraying man that has betrayed you. Because rest assured, if somebody betrays you, lies to you, cheats on you, they are doing the same thing to that person. Even if you from outside, you look at it and it looks like they're doing the best for them. It's not. They're doing that. A true narcissist would throw their crumbs, however big or small, to get their fix. A narcissist is self-serving only. And if you don't know, no matter how many cards you read, no matter how many card readings you look up on YouTube, no matter how many readers you go to, you will never 100% know what the other person is up to, what their inner weaknesses and strengths are, what are their insecurities. You would never know 100%. You could have a hunch yourself, and your intuition would tell you what the other person's energy is. And so the reader, some readers are good mediums. They can channel energy. But just because, I don't know, like a Knight of Cups with a flower bouquet shows up in your cards doesn't mean a toxic person, a narcissist, is gonna come running back to you. And honestly, I think them running back to you is a bigger problem than them leaving you, because these people can come back for as many times as they need to get what they want, and they will leave you as many times as they need. How many times do you want to go through the same process of hurt? How many times do you want to go through the same process of healing? If you love yourself enough, if you have cried your nights away, if you have taken, I don't know, a countless number of baths and showers and walks in the nature and healing, you wouldn't want to go through this all over again. You would know how painful it is, how torturous it is. This is torture not to send you back into toxicity. This is torture to cleanse you. It's to teach you something. And for your best interest, it's better to, at least if you don't want to accept it right away, to keep an open mind. Because if you have been in a connection or have been in love with someone that has left you 3 years ago and they're living with someone else, no matter how good or bad that relationship is, that person left you 3 years ago for somebody else. And all their effort and energy and future plans and everything has been with someone else. Even if that person is not a narcissist, how much are you worth? Do you put some value onto yourself? Do you know how much you're worth? Are you worth living your days of life waiting for someone to come back and rescue you and be the Prince Charming? Because your Prince Charming could be somewhere else waiting for you, and you're stuck here waiting on somebody's ass who's not coming back. Or if they are coming back, they're coming to take something from you. And trust me, if your person comes back and on their knees and they're going to cry their ass off and they're going to say sorry, which I don't think any of these masculines that I have been going around watching these videos for, I don't think any of them has ever said sorry. And if they haven't, that is a better proof that these people are narcissists. These people have behavioral disorders. They have behavioral issues. And the longer you get stuck with them, the longer you stay stuck with them, the more hope you keep, the longer your healing process will take, and the longer it will take for you to close your karma, and you will throw out a whole lot of precious years out of your youth and out of your livelihood in the hope that somebody who's been living their best days of life or even their worst days of life, it doesn't matter how they're living, they're not with you. Those days are not happening with you. So no matter how, you can spend another 50 years waiting for someone to come back and give you that divine love, but that person is the wrong person. And that is what you need to know. That's what you need to see. Because without seeing different points of view or different sources of information, and relying only on one thing, which is the spirituality and the divine connection and the binding between the twin flames, and keep hope they will all come back in divine timing, and blah blah, and all the things that the divine feminines are going after. You just listening to that, you have only one source of information. From who? From another divine feminine or from an imposter. Because not all these videos on YouTube are from true mediums. Not all of these readers are there to give you guidance on growing. Some of them are just there to feed their families, honestly. Not all of them are genuine. There are a lot of good, genuine readers out there. There are a lot of mediums that they don't even need cards to tell you what's up. They have good intuitions. They can channel energy. But trust me, there are a lot of people out there, their videos are popping up all over the place, telling you that all the lovely things you want to hear, keeping you stuck, keeping your money stuck, keeping your time stuck, keeping your precious soul and heart and emotions stuck to feed their family. Or even if they have the best intentions, they could be stuck as well. Have you ever seen a divine masculine coming up and telling their side of the story? Because as far as I know, there are only like 2 or 3 people that I found out that they're claiming to be divine masculines putting these videos. But then they know everything about divine feminines. Why? Because they probably go and watch videos. They memorize everything. They come and they found this to be a good market, feeding on people's misery. You don't see that many divine masculines out there telling their side of the story. You don't see that. Everybody out there reading cards and reading channeling energy and telling the future and telling how the other person feels and lives and deals with their karmics, they're all feminine. They're all women. They're all like you. They have their feet in the same shoes as you have your feet in. They could be even more stuck than you, and you could be so ready to move on to your future and to a better life, to your happiness, to your freedom, and they keep feeding you information, true or false, I don't care, that will keep you stuck. It will keep you stuck. Only even if you watch these videos, focus on what the person is telling you. Are they encouraging you to improve yourself? Are they telling you to move on with your life and work on yourself? Are they telling you to go after your ambitions, after your dreams? Or are they just focusing on what your guy is cooking for his karmic? Is it gossip and drama? Is it toxic low vibe energy? Or is it a reading that tells you to go back to school if you need to learn something new, or to go after your dreams, or to start your business, or to build your empire? Because that is what you need to do. You need to become a better, stronger person for yourself, so the next time somebody knocks your door, you don't run to them thinking they're there to save you. So you don't need anybody to save you. So you have your cake made. So anybody shows up will be the cherry on top of it, not the whole cake. If you build yourself up, if you have a strong sense of self, if you have a strong foundation for yourself, then you don't need saving. You don't need anybody to come and rescue you with their promises and their charisma and their charms. You will not fall for that because you already have that. You already made that for yourself. You know what it takes to be there. So somebody's bragging about their shiny social life or their successful career wouldn't rub you off your feet, because you are that. You know what it takes. You know what it looks like. You wouldn't be fooled into somebody's trap. Love doesn't hurt. Love is supposed to help grow. Love is like light. It shouldn't be toxic. It shouldn't make you cry. A person that loves you truly, and this is another thing that I hate about hate is a very strong word, but it's very disappointing to me to hear, is that they say, yeah, your masculine cheated on you, they betrayed you, they made you cry, they left you for somebody else, they're checking up on you, they're stalking you because they love you. Well, no, that's not love. That's codependency, that's attachment, that's control. That is a controlling behavior. I think the problem with a lot of us feminines or women in general is that a lot of us don't have much knowledge about behavioral disorders. I don't think anybody goes and looks into narcissism or any other behavioral disorder or mental disorder until they get stuck, or until they see someone in a relationship with someone like that, or they're stuck in a relationship with someone that has these problems. You don't normally go and open a book and read about narcissism just because. Did you know about spirituality before you met your person? No. Did you think you were a twin flame before you met your person? Most likely not, unless you came across these YouTube videos and you were expecting to meet your twin flames because everybody else had one. Because that looks like to be a thing too. Some people are reading cards, pick a card reading. When is your twin flame gonna show up? Most people don't even know what twin flames are. It's a man-made term. A spiritual connection is a connection with another soul that helps you grow and helps both of you grow. It's not something that chains you down and keeps you stuck. And so is love. Love is pure, it's beautiful, it makes you grow, it gives you energy, it helps you smile, it makes you smile, it makes you feel warm. And a lot of us have come from such restrictive, toxic backgrounds and childhood that there's a very good chance that we even never experienced that kind of love. Love is not crying every night in your bed hoping that somebody will show up next day. Love is not heartbreak. Love is not pain. Love is support. It's somebody who pushes you up to reach your goals, to support you through your ambitions. Love is somebody who's there to rule with you, not to rule you. Love is not control. So if a person is betraying you, they don't love you. They love themselves. They wanted to please themselves at that moment. They didn't think of you when they went somewhere else. If they lie to you, they don't think how that might affect you. They're lying to you so they can get out. If they're not apologizing to you because of their mistakes, they don't care how you feel. A lot of them feel entitled to what they did. A lot of these so-called masculines friend-zoned you so they can cheat on you. So their mind and their conscience doesn't bug them about it. They lie to themselves too. They lie to themselves before they lie to you. And these are the ones that have conscience. A lot of them don't even have that. It's really up to you how long or how far you want to be stuck with someone. But you deserve better. One good thing that the spirituality and all these videos teach, though, is that you should trust the universe. You can trust the universe. Look around you. The universe is so abundant. You really think in 7 billion people out there in the whole world, God or whoever entity that you believe in has put you with someone to hurt you so much? If you believe that he loves you or that the universe has your back, you would not believe that what you're getting with your DM is what you deserve or what the universe has to give. The universe has a lot to give. The universe is rich. Bring up your vibration so you can get better things. It's like going shopping, really. If you have a few coins in your pocket, all you can get is a candy. But if you have more, if your wallet is full, if you can do more, then you receive more. And that is the coins and the money in this example is your energy. It's the work you put into yourself. It's the healing. It's closing the karma. It's wiping out toxicity. It's closing door on toxic people that take from you only. And open yourself up to receiving. Practice your feminine power. Feminines in every other animal, they don't go after the males. Every other species you look at, the males are ripping each other apart for a woman. What happened in humans that some girls just chase guys? That is so low life. And I am to blame for that too. But I learned my lesson, and for the amount of pain that I went through, I don't wish that upon nobody. Love yourself, respect yourself, appreciate yourself for all the moments that you were not appreciated in your childhood. For all the moments that you were not appreciated when you were in school with other people, with other kids your age. For all the moments that you felt neglected. For all the relationships that failed, for all the people that didn't see your value. You have to see your value before anybody else can. Because the way you treat yourself is the way that other people treat you. A very good example for that is how people teach their children. A lot of times you tell a child not to do something, but they really learn when you show them by action. You show a kid how to put a spoon in their mouth by putting it in your mouth or by trying to feed it to them. You show them. So show the masculines out there, not your so-called divine masculine, but show everybody out there, everybody. It's not just in your romantic connections. In every connection, show people how you want to be treated. If you're chasing every little energy out there, if you're chasing after people's attention, if you're seeking and begging for love, you will not, there's a very likely chance that you will not get it. Show people to treat you with respect, and you will get respect. Do not fall for masculine's tantrums. Do not fall for their breadcrumbs. Do not fall for their, even if they go all out for you for one night, don't think that's it. Don't think they are in. Make them work for it. Make them prove to you. And trust your gut. Trust your intuition. Trust your heart. Don't think just because they're saying hi, they're sorry. A lot of times they don't even deserve you to look at them, to look in their direction. Forgive them, but let go. Forgive them for you. Forgive people that hurt you for you. So you can untie your chains, so you can move on. And the best thing that comes next is putting ourselves with people that deserve us, people that vibrate at higher levels, people that know how to give back. Once you let go of the toxicity, trust me, you will see people around you that are loving, that treat each other with respect. If you go to a store and ask for a candy, they won't give you a candy jar. They will give you a candy. Expect more. Expect more from your life. Expect more from yourself. You can do better. You deserve better. If you can do better, the universe will give you better. This whole world is built on laws of physics and karma and balance. Everything in this world is balanced. And I truly believe that. For every action, there is a reaction. For every deed there is a return. We always hear that you reap what you sow. So do more to show the universe that you deserve more, so they can give you more. Check out these videos that I leave in my description box. She's amazing. She talks about a lot of things that we have experienced as divine feminines. And we thought that this was just a distorted masculine in trouble, and we felt so sorry for him, even in the peak of them hurting us. And I'm sure you will relate to that if you've been in a truly toxic connection that you thought was a spiritual. In the peak of someone hurting you, you felt sorry for them. You felt sorry for how much they must have been hurting. In the peak of them leaving you and breaking your heart, you felt their pain. If you have the capacity to feel so much, there is not that many of you out there in the world. Value yourself. Everybody needs us. Everybody needs people that feel something still, that are giving. But just unplug yourself from giving to others and plug in to give to yourself. Give to yourself for a while. And if the person that you're in love with is truly for you, if they are truly your twin, they will mirror you, they will grow as well. And trust me, by detaching, you will show them that you cannot be taken for granted. You cannot be treated with disrespect. You will not always be there. If your person is a narcissist and matches all those videos and criteria that Dr. Ramani is talking about, Ramani, I think. I don't know how she pronounces her name. I'm sorry if I pronounce it wrong. She describes all these traits. If your person matches that, there is a very good chance that you were in a narcissistic connection and you should detach. Because narcissism is a disorder. There's no cure for it. But if your person is your true twin, is your true soulmate, that person will also grow, and you will teach them that they cannot take you for granted. You will teach them that there could be a lot of other people out there that could make you happy. And if they want to be one of those people, they have to up their game. Do not stay stuck with people that hurt you. Do not stay stuck hurting yourself. This pandemic and all the lockdowns was and is still, in a lot of areas, a good chance for reflection, for planning for the future, for finding out what you want to do with your life, where you want to go, what your future would look like, what you want to do with yourself. Where do you want to be? Focus on you so the other person focuses on you as well. For the longest time, I always condemned people that I thought were selfish because they were taking care of themselves. And that comes from all the toxic teachings, all the culture, all the background that we're raised in. That if you take care of yourself, you're selfish. That if a mother leaves her children and goes and does her hair, she doesn't have time for, oh my God, how dare she went to spend time for herself. She must be a very bad mother. Or if you took a bigger piece of food from the table and you didn't share with your little brother, how bad of a sister were you? Or if you're not there for your friend who's divorcing, and you're not buying into her toxicity or into her low vibration, oh my God, you're not supportive? Why? You always have been, right? Once you start focusing on yourself, you will get backlash from people in your environment too. They will start judging you. They will start calling you out. They will start mocking you. They will start gossiping about you. No matter what you do, they will do that. And that is just bigger proof that these people need to go. Not everybody is meant to come to the finish line with us. Not everybody is meant to be there for life. Some people are weights on your feet. You're just dragging them through the mud. They slow you down. They tie your wings. For a balloon to fly higher, they need to drop the weight. If you want to fly higher, if you want to grow, you have to drop your weight. And the weight is all these karma. It's the people. It's the toxicity. It's the expectations. It's people that block you from your growth. All the fears, the ego. All the waiting on some false hope. Instead of having hope, have trust. Hope is beautiful, but when it's placed on someone who deserves it. A lot of these men don't deserve your hope even. Instead, trust God, trust the universe, trust the energies. That if you work on yourself, that if you put in good karma, karma will pay you back. And if it happens that that person has a contract with you and that person is supposed to come back into your life, they will. But there's also a good chance that you meet someone at your level. You meet someone that can see the light in you, that someone that can appreciate you, someone that can love you. I hope more than 10 or 15 people see this post. Because with the flood of videos that is going on, I'm sorry for a lot of souls that are going to be stuck for so long in some low vibe energy about some narcissistic man getting their fix from another source. When you go to Dr. Amani's page, make sure you check out her video about narcissistic supply, because there's a very good chance that we all have been a narcissistic supply to some man. And there is also a very good chance that he's getting his supply somewhere else, and we're hating on that woman, calling them karmic family, calling them what? And they could be, there is a very good chance that they are also victims. They may not be. They could be part of the toxicity. But what if they are? And I'm not saying that so you feel sorry for them and you start having another problem on your plate. But waiting for someone to divorce somebody else or leave somebody else to come back to you, you deserve better. You deserve to be the only one, not the other option. The only people that take advantage or win in a situation where a whole bunch of women are stuck with them are the men. Because he can go to point A, point B, point C, point D, get his pleasures from anywhere he wants, and all these women hate on each other, calling each other names, And he's winning. He's getting what he wants, and he's keeping a whole bunch of people stuck and hating and crying and heartbroken. It's the man who's the problem, not the karmic. Even if the karmic is the problem, for a guy that is faithful, no amount of effort from another woman would catch them. So stop hating on other women, stop hating on families and children of other people, calling them karmic, or wishing that they would be left so you can get that toxic person back. You can only worry about you and your life and your future. And think of your children. If you want to have children, or if you already have children, do you really want a man that treated you so badly to raise your children? To create another generation of trouble? Think about your offsprings. It's time to stop bringing people into this world and raise them in distorted families. In families that there is drama and there is karma and there is toxic cycles and there is narcissism and there is mental disorders and behavioral disorders. If you can avoid it, you should. And avoiding it is not fear. Avoiding it is being smart about your future. It's loving yourself. Avoiding trouble is loving yourself, respecting yourself. If you stick your finger in shit, it will smell like shit, even if you can wash the shit off. Don't play with nastiness. Stay clean of it. Let all these men or the masculine energies or whoever you're dealing with deal with their karma. It's not yours. Clear yours, close your karmic cycles, and move on to a better future. You deserve a healthy life. I hope this post helps. I hope it gets more views. I don't know. I hope I get heard. Stay safe and have a beautiful week.